What's up, beautiful people? It's Boujee Oracle Goddess, and I'm here for the reading for Aries. The dates for these readings will be April the 6th, April the 7th, April the 8th, April the 9th, and April the 10th. Happy birthday, Aries. You are some courageous people. You're winners all the way around. All right, you seem to pull a rabbit out of the hat anytime you wish to. So let's go ahead and get into it. So the first day will be for April the 6th. So let's go ahead and get started and have the collective consciousness of those of you born under the April the 6th day. Here we go. Let's get into it. What do we have for them? We have for you guys direction. Direction. Trust your inner compass and find your bearings. You know, when you're a person who is pretty courageous and take a little risk, and some of you, Aries, don't like risk because it calls for change. However, for those of you that resonate with those that like to take a risk and those of you that do need some change, but you have a little bit of hesitation there, the conscious collective is basically saying, just trust your insides on what you feel is being led to you, or a decision, or it seems to be nudging you as your higher self, your inner child, or guides. You have free will, but trust that compass on the inside and figure it out. Don't just walk away from it, just figure it out, okay? All right, let's keep going. So some of you like to put things off because you just, or it could be overwhelming, so it seems to you, but other people just seems like, oh, that's pretty easy. So just means anchor yourself, get grounded, and just take it one step at a time, one situation at a time. Don't try to take on more than one thing. Some people are multifaceted and multitasking abilities of out of this world. So you happen to be one of those that, you know, you prefer structure. So when you're setting things up in your life to do things, do it in structure, one step at a time. All right, let's go to the next one. Aries, born on the 6th, and you have the amazing card of the Mystic Rose. The Mystic Rose. Okay, let's take a look at this. All right, so the Mystic Rose, and hold it where you can see it real good. The Mystic Rose. Compassion, devotion, humility, humanity, and grace. So most Aries, for the most part, you are individuals who are very graceful. What does that mean? Usually the ladies are pretty elegant. They do have a boisterous side. However, you are one who, through the courage of doing different things, just like you don't mind trying things, getting out there. You are, for the most part, some risk takers. Now, some of you may taper your risk taking. So, because this reading is for the next few months, what resonates, you take that. Take some risk on some things that are coming up. When it comes up and you think about it, you're like, you know what? Boujee said take a risk. I normally wouldn't risk this right here, but I'm gonna take a risk. And you will see that it will have a positive outcome. And the reason for this is that this is a season for some of you to take some risks, go in a different direction, go against the grain, go up flow instead of going with the flow. Okay? All right. Those of you born on the 6th, we have one more card for you. Thank you, team. All right, here we go. We have got Hiereth, longing for home, homesick for the stars. Many of you may be stargazers. Many of you may be having dreams that appear to be a little weird. It's not that they're weird. Parts of you are starting to consciously remember things about other past lives that you have. When I say have, they are going on at the same time, or past lives that have been before this one, but for the most part, past lives are happening simultaneously, which means they're happening all at the same time, okay? But we as humans, in order to wrap our mind around it, have come up with the term past lives, because technically it is past the veil of this one that we're currently in. So when you find yourself starting to have, per se, astral travel moments where you're not necessarily here, but it feels like a dream, but it's not. It's details and definitely going into a different lifetime. Now that you know this, you'll begin to look at this when you have a dream, and you'll start to just think about, oh, okay, so, oh, you know what? That person seemed familiar. And because that person seems familiar, now you understand what we say about past lives, but on the same time, on a different timeline. All right? So let's go ahead and get into what would be your more than likely color that you could resonate and put things around your home in this particular color. Those of you born on April the 6th, it would be beetroot purple. It is more of a mauve-ish color, kind of a maybe not quite hot pink, but it can be a mixture of pink and it could be a mixture of maroon, you know. So you are imaginative, magnetic, and explorative. Those are some of the traits that you have. Okay, let's get into if you were born on this day. You are sensitive, creative, and you may be, and there may be times when you don't feel like a typical Aries or a fire sign, and you really shouldn't. You should feel like you're walking in your own footprint. Okay, your strong feeling nature works for you in performing arts and showing empathy to others. You're very empathetic, most of you. Guard against giving too much in a relationship or giving excuses with food, or giving excess, no, giving excess or going to excess with food. Okay, alcohol and exercise. Now, I know a few of you Aries and you guys are big on the exercising, right? So that means that don't overdo it. Harder doesn't necessarily mean better, okay? And also with the food, you know, when you use excuses for food, including overeating and gluttony, etc., I know we all do it at times, but just, you know, just be mindful of it, etc. Too much of anything can be a little, a challenge maybe at some point, okay? So let's go ahead on and move into how this color benefits you. Your personal color helps you to forge new relationships. Wearing, meditating on, or surrounding yourself with beetroot purple helps you to move through any fear and uncertainty that you may feel toward the new unexplored. Okay, so if you're moving into a different area, you too may want to just kind of think about what you're moving into as far as giving it an actual look just to see, should I go this route? Should I move toward this? This is something new. Do I really want to do this? So that's something that you can think about. Now, let's take a look. Sorry about that, at the date. All right. If this resonates with you, possible compatible birthdays for you for different areas of your life would be February the 23rd, May the 26th, and November the 5th. So if you find someone with these birthdays, you may find that you resonate with them, and that's a beautiful thing. All right. Let's get into the next one. Let's go ahead and see what perennial annual flower that you may resonate with. Okay? Okay, we shall do that. Flowers are beautiful. This is the time of the year for it. If you can hear me a little bit, you can tell that I am just a little bit starved up. And I apologize for that. So let's go ahead and get into it. What say you for the annual or perennial for those born on April the 6th? Oh, and we have honeysuckles, my favorite. Beautiful, and they taste delicious as well. I remember making mud pies with honeysuckles when I was young and baking them in mud under the sun and nibbling on them. We didn't quite eat the whole thing like take a big bite, but we nibbled on them, okay? Because the honeysuckle was good. So if you resonate with the honeysuckle, you're more about devotion and affection. Now, some Aries are not big on affection, but however, if you're one of those, or maybe you're changing your pace and route into being a more affectionate person, then the honeysuckle you may resonate with. You do have a devotion to normally usually family and or friends. Most of you, or at least some of you, have really close friends that you've had since you were young. So with that being said, if you resonate with the honeysuckle, by all means, maybe go out and smell some today. Maybe bring some home. It's an amazing flower. They're beautiful and they smell good. All right. That is all I have for you. Those Aries born on April the 6th. Have a beautiful day. Take care. Hello, beautiful day. Happy birthday, Aries. I'm back again for for those of you born on April the 7th. Let's go ahead and get into it, Aries. All right, I hope you had a beautiful birthday. These are some things that may resonate with you over the next few months that are coming up or that you may be currently standing inside of. So let's go ahead and get into it. All right, how beautiful. We have got a second bloom, a second chance. It's never too late, new possibilities. All right, it looks like you're going to be having a second chance with someone or around a situation. So if you're interested in giving someone a second chance, or if you're interested in having a second chance with something, maybe some of you have decided now that you'd like to have a baby and you have a new partner or the actual partner that you had desired to have a child with. I don't know why that's coming up, but it is. And some of you that are looking at purchasing something new that you had put off, and maybe before you could not afford it, now is the time, and you're wondering, would this be good? Is it going to be a knee-jerk type thing? Go ahead and move forward with that. Move forward, because this is a second chance, a second bloom. Some of you are going to have second chances with friendships and relationships with relatives in which it had been a little distant, or even how we call, I cannot think of that word that I want to say. What is the word, team? Where someone has not been in your life for a while. Oh my goodness, I'll think of it in a minute. So you're going to have some new opportunities coming up. So when these people come around and they surface, just know that it came up, that this is an opportunity for you, a second chance with someone. So with all that you can, put action into it and try not to be too evasive. Just move forward and trust, right? And the only way you're going to know if it's going to be okay is for you to actually walk through it, okay? Don't be an asshole. I know some of you sometimes can be. We all can. There we go. We got a jumper card for Aries, and what we have is, trust the timing. How timely is that? Trust the timing, okay? Trust the wave you came in on. Time is not running out. You're not up against a clock with anyone other than yourself. It's just you that feels like time is running out. You know how some people will feel, well, if I don't do X, Y, and Z by this date, it's going to be too late. You made up that timeline, and if you believe that, then it will be so. So take your time. You're not running out of time. You're just on time, okay? All right, let's keep going. Let's keep going. Thank you, teams, for coming through for those born on April the 7th. All right, Aries, we got change. Here we go. Know when to move to a new shell, specifically if yours no longer fits. So if your situation no longer fits you, you no longer care, you no longer feel committed to it, that's what they mean by shell, situation, etc., then by all means, you need to know when it's time to move on. If you no longer know, you no longer feel that the old habits that you had are serving you, then start to do something different at the pace that feels comfortable, and even sometimes stepping out of your comfort zone, okay? Also, if something has come up to where people that you normally give a lot of time to, you find yourself, it's exhausting, then it's time for you to move forward and move past that and spend less time there and more on things that you enjoy doing. It's really important that we satisfy ourselves because it's for our soul's own good. It's for our highest good and our soul's own growth that we bask in some things that are uncomfortable as well as those things are very comfortable, okay? So just know when it's time. So here we go. Let's go ahead and see which perennial best fits for you per your team. It's the Columbine. Foolishness. You don't have time for it. You prefer not to deal with it. So therefore, when these things come up, you have a tendency to release it. But also, we may want to check ourselves sometimes and see if it's a mirror situation. If it is, move accordingly. Was that something that you used to be or you used to do or have done or is currently in that particular status? Some things are mirrored, right? We don't like to look at those. I specifically do not. But sometimes you have to just to check yourself. Like, it's not ego-driven, but it can be more or less like pointing fingers. And that's not okay. It's not a good thing. So we have to learn how to not point fingers. Because when you point one at someone else, you got several pointing back at you. So let's just do this. You Aries born on the 7th, right? If you find yourself around foolishness, find a way to maneuver around it and dismiss it, or remove yourself from any situation that is definitely not conducive to who you really are or who you want to be or where you're going. Okay? All right. Now, let's go ahead. Excuse me, guys. Let's go ahead and see what your birthday color would be for those of you born on April the 7th. Happy birthday, and I hope you had a beautiful birthday, by the way. All right, so you guys may resonate with the color Skyway. It's more like a soft baby blue with a little bit of violet mixed inside of it. You are spiritual, some of you, confident, some of you, and aesthetic, very clean and crisp. You're very good housekeepers, and you like to be looking pristine. So let's talk about that. If you were born on this day, there was a strong spiritual side to your birthday. And many people who are born on this day have healing hands and abilities, even with just touch, guys. Although you can be feisty and self-assured on the outside, there is a tenderness and sensitivity on the inside that you have. You have refined taste, and you want to be around things of beauty. You like nice shit, period. Okay? Music and arts will help you connect with the inner spirit. I apologize, guys. Time spent by the ocean, which is water, can be especially helpful to you. All right, let's get to the part. How does this color benefit you? Okay, so wearing, meditating on, or surrounding yourself with Skyway, this type of violet blue, it will help you. It honors the passionate side of your personality when enabling you to hear the aesthetic and spiritual calling that awaits you. So some of you are embarking upon a spiritual journey of different phases. It doesn't mean what's spiritual for you is for the another person may be going through. So just know that your look of what that looks like is going to be different from your neighbor. Okay, those of you may be compatible with people in different areas of your life born under the dates of January the 6th, July the 11th, and October the 6th. So Aries born on April the 7th, happy birthday. I hope it was beautiful for you, and I hope you have a beautiful rest of the weekend. Take care. Beautiful day, Aries. Those of you born on April the 8th, happy birthday. I hope you had a beautiful birthday. I know I got a little behind on my readings. It's because I was busy lifing. But these readings, of course, are for over the next few months and what may resonate with you. Take that and make some changes and do some shit. Like, go out there and really, like, while you're in the midst of some discombobulation, that you do something to make some changes that will change you and change your life and change your direction. Okay. Let's get into your reading. Here we go. All right, collective team, those born on April the 8th, what say you to them? What messages do you have for these beautiful, compassionate people who are also courageous? All right, there we go. They said that's it. All right, look at that. Is that not a beautiful card? Look at it. Look at that. And your message is anointed. Okay, answer the call. Leadership, empowerment, soul gifts. You have amazing gifts of being tender with people when needed to be. And you can also have a little clap back. However, you're being called upon per your team and what you signed up for this lifetime. Sorry about that, guys. Because you've been anointed with some amazing gifts to actually answer the call. That means step up to the plate. Let's do it. Let's step up to the plate, right? Step up to the plate. You're in a leadership position, so why not go ahead and do it, okay? So with that being said, those of you that are born on April the 8th, if you're feeling like you're being called to something or for some reason you feel special, there's a reason for that. That is not happening for nothing. It is happening for something. Some of you are very special people. Let's see. Let's see what else we got. And you guys are also dual as far as you can carry masculine energy very well, even while it's your most highest of femininity. Okay. You guys also may resonate with the flower sweet pea. All right, thank you, team. I hope you did something fun for your birthday, Aries. I hope you did something fun. Shuffle once, they said. All right. What do we have for you? Let's see. Oh, we have, I'm sorry, defenselessness. Writing past wrongs, uprooting. Wow, this is a very deep card. If you're in a space where some shit has happened, you've done something to someone and it is eating at you, and you need to make some apologies, you need to right some wrongs, you're looking for someone to say they're sorry so that they can right their wrongs. Look at the faces at the top and then the rooted faces at the bottom. Just simply amazing. Defenselessness, maybe what you did for someone or did to someone, not for, but to someone, or someone to you. Either you were defenseless or they were, like they didn't even see it coming, or you didn't even see it coming, right? So now is that time to where you want to make that right? Righting past wrongs. If it's someone you feel that has wronged you, it's okay maybe to do a subtle approach to ask for an apology if you happen to see them, or if you feel like they're approachable. Maybe they didn't know and you want them to know because maybe it was something that happened and you felt defenseless. Maybe you were younger, somebody insulted you, or maybe as a family member, you know, that lied on you, or maybe it was an old friend that, you know, put your shit out there to some other people, just bullshit, right? Or maybe it's something that you did, made fun of someone. Just, it could be a number of things. Whatever that situation is, Aries, those of you born on the 8th, you know exactly what the fuck it is, and you need to make it right, right? Teams are coming through, say, hey, make wrong that right. Whether it's you to them or them to you, figure out which it is that applies, and go ahead on and do what is necessary. I want to make sure it's visible. Okay. Beautiful cards, both of them. Wow. I'm just wowed at that one. Amazing. You have the universe working with you. You see all of the stars. And look, it looks as if a hand is actually reaching down, right? Look at this. It looks as if a hand is like reaching down. Wow. Them facing you, you facing them, you facing the truth, them facing the truth. It's okay. I just heard apparitions, like I don't know what that's about. Well, I do know what apparitions are, but this happens to do with whatever the situation is. You want to be paid back, that energy returned, right? You want it back. So if, you know, pull your energy back. Old energy to refuel yourself if they mistreated you, and then also maybe you send them some good energy if you was on some bullshit and did something. Now, I say that with love when I say if you was on some bullshit. Now, maybe you don't feel you harmed them, but they maybe let you know about something. It's okay. Just go with that. When I call it bullshit, I just mean outside of normalness, what we would call good. And technically, there is per se, it's not necessarily a good or a bad. It just is. So sometimes it's hard to accept that, right? They did something bad. Well, who is on the perspective of looking what bad is, right? Is that a judgment from you, etc.? We could easily say if somebody stabbed somebody, oh, well, that was definitely wrong. That was fucked up. And that was some bad shit. Yes, in the act of the action, we can see how that is bad. But if a person had a soul contract around that, some harm to come to them so they could learn, maybe they had some type of dealings with each other, usually in a different lifetime before they came to this, and there was agreement that they would feel this from that person. And I know there's some hardship for us to understand, but listen, I've been through some shit and I understand what that looked like, and that is not a good feeling. But when we realize that we could have signed up for these things, it's kind of disheartening, but we just got to look at it. So let's keep going. I don't want to get too deep off into that. All right, so this one is patience. The tide will come in when it's ready. Don't be trying to rush shit. Don't do it. Do not try to rush it. It will happen when it's supposed to happen. You've been told this before. Don't rush me. Don't push me. Okay? Be patient. Allow things to happen naturally. Allow things to happen in divine order. However, you can always ask team to can we put a rush on it? Not necessarily 911, but can we put a rush on this, right? Then that's when you step in with your mantras and your affirmations. Okay? Let's go ahead on and move to the next one, which is the color for those of you born under Aries for April the 8th. Here we go. This is Sky Patrol. What a beautiful name for that. Sky Patrol. This is more kind of like a light-skinned cranberry. But I tell you, somebody's team is funny as hell. So somebody's going to come across this video and perhaps I do things like, I want a biscuit, but I want a dark-skinned biscuit. Like, I don't like light-skinned biscuits. I don't like light-skinned dinner rolls. Like, I want some brownness to them, like, because I've had them where they just barely look like they come out the oven, and they look so light that to me they don't taste good. Like, it feels uncooked. So that's what I mean by that, guys. All right, it's just the goofiness of myself. So those of you born under the birthday of April the 8th, you're deep, stimulating, and powerful. So let's get into it. There is more to you than meets the eye. The casual, superficial are not for you. You want people that are down to earth for situations where you are in that are pretty much down to earth and relatable. The casual, superficial are not for you. You want to connect on a deep level and get to the heart of the matter. You are magnetic and attractive to others and may be known for your sex appeal. Powerful, passionate, you have the ability to transform yourself and others. You're just on top of things. You're into the mix of beauty, into the mix of vainness at times. And that's okay, as long as you don't go overboard, right? But some of us go overboard with some things. And listen, just as long as you bounce back and check yourself, it's okay. You don't do it consistently. How does this color resonate with you? For example, how does it benefit you? Your personal color reminds you of your inner wisdom. That means things that you know, connected to, you just know. Wearing, meditating on, or surrounding yourself with Sky Patrol gives you the drive to communicate while initiating growth and change. So if you look at the color, if I put it back now like this, now that's pretty much what the color looks like. It's kind of like a light cranberry per se. So that means you could have art pieces in your house like that, things in your living room, comforter sets, those type of things, wear things, jewelry with those colors on it that would actually help you in those situations just mentioned. If you are connected to or feel drawn to people born under the birthdays of January the 16th, March the 8th, or October the 29th, then by all means, you may have a connection with them, and maybe you can move forward in different areas with those people. Somebody making a decision, you know when their birthday is, it'd be cool to work with them, etc. Those types of things, friendships and or other situations. Okay, I hope you guys had a beautiful birthday. Those of you that were actually born as an Aries and born on April the April the 8th, have a beautiful day and take care. Okay, we are back with Aries born on April the 9th. Happy motherfucking birthday. All right, I went ahead and chose cards for you guys because my battery was running a little bit low, so I didn't want to not get this taken care of. So let's go ahead and get into it. Those of you that were born, if you notice, I want you to guys see what for those born the 6th through the 10th, the candles they want to be the light for you. Zen, relax, balance, and love. And I have a new candle, Caffeine and Pumps, on all social media. She makes those candles and they smell amazing. This one right here is ambitious as fuck. Okay, and I tell you, she's a conjurer, baby. She a whole little something. She can make it to your to you and your cosmic and conscious collective team, what you may be resonating with and needing for your life. So hit up Caffeine and Pumps and tell her that Boujee sent you. All right, let's go ahead and get into it. All right, the first card out the deck is the Ocean, okay? Be beautiful, mysterious, wild, and free. I mean, get out there and just do the damn thing. Do something different. Do something off the cuff. Be adventurous. Do something without planning. Be spontaneous. Those of you, Aries, that like to have structure, now they are speaking to you. do something where you are like, you know what, I'm just going to drive out of town today. I'm just going to go 2 hours over and just do something, get a hotel. And let somebody know where you are, of course. And I'm just going to maybe go there and taste some food and see what's there, some little shops, even if I don't buy anything. Be adventurous, okay? Step outside your comfort zone is what they're saying. Next card. We have, oh, this one is beautiful. Karmic relationships, Orion energy, polarity, soul growth, and conflict. So those of you that are having inner conflict with different situations, now's the time to get grounded and do something about that. And also your soul is growing. So therefore you may notice some differences in you and the people that you normally connect with. And polarity, you know, it's kind of like the opposite. You know, you got to do the opposite sometimes just to make that balance, which means if you're not a giver, then you want to give. Maybe you're a taker. Now you got to give. Okay. Maybe you're some person that not used to planning, and you don't plan. So maybe your life is chaotic, and now you want a little bit of more settledness. This is what they're talking about with polarity. Okay. Orion energy. You have that energy of that particular star seed, and what you want to do is connect with that, look up that particular star seed and see if you resonate with that, because many of you will. And if you find that you don't, it's because you haven't reached that space yet of knowing, and as you are evolving and you just haven't got there yet. Not a big deal. Okay. All right, now this one is a beautiful card. We are nature. Look at that. We are nature. Becoming grounded. I just talked about that. Embodiment, living in connection, right? Mantras, meditation, affirmations, right? Self-love, self-care, being selfish sometimes and taking care of you. You're so busy sometimes taking care of other motherfuckers, so they lean on you and want something from you. And because you have love for humanity, you have a tendency to overdo it and do it. Now is the time to kind of make people accountable and have them stand up on their own. Okay, that's where you want to kind of look at that. You're not looking at it as a sense of turning your back on them, but more or less allowing them to be accountable for their own actions. Okay, and that's for those of you Aries born on April the 9th. So let's go ahead and get into it and see what they have for you as far as your color. All right, you have a poppy seed red. You're persuasive, enthusiastic, and easygoing. If you're born on this greatest, if you're born on this day, the need for greatness and doing things in a big way is inherent in the personality of this birthday. It is important to build a foundation that can support your dreams. So if you want to dream about something and do it, you got to start with the foundation, right? And visions. And so you got to use visualization for that. I use that all the time. Move through the necessary steps so that you can grow and cultivate your talents. Giving something to value to others will rekindle the light in your flame. So maybe there is a little something that you need to give others. If it's something that you want from them, maybe it's a listening ear, maybe it's touch, maybe it's conversation, maybe it's understanding, or maybe it's helping them with something so that they can come through the way you want them to come through for you. Okay, if you are in alignment with each other, of course. All right, how does this color benefit you? Meditating on, wearing, or surrounding yourself with poppy red gives you the patience to sustain your striking vision and to trust to move past any obstacles. So if you have this color around you, maybe you have a piece of jewelry or something in your room, and if I hold it back, you can kind of see what that color really looks like. It's a poppy red, right? It's kind of not real red, but it's also got a little orangish to it, okay? So if you are finding yourself compatible with people born under the days of February the 11th, May the 9th, and June the 13th, maybe you may want to embark upon something. Maybe there's something to that. Look into it. Okay? All right. Now, let's go ahead and see what your conscious collective team feels to think that what annual or perennial that you may resonate with, and that maybe just offer you some amazing beauty. Some beauty in your home. If you like to put up flowers like I do every so often, I like to get flowers. Like today is Saturday, and I was thinking about going out and getting some flowers. So here we go. Let's go and see what you have. All right, conscious collective team, what say you? Oh, that's it right there at the beginning. Here we go. Ooh, anemone. Anemone. Oh, that's a beautiful flower. It's not like a rose. It has very soft, pinkish, blush colored petals. If this is you, forsaken love. Some of you find yourself where a person who you had a past interest in and or actual love, that it didn't actually come to pass or quite mature as the way it should due to something on either part. No fault. We're not talking about that. Maybe this is something that has been heavy on your mind and you may be a little heavy with that. Maybe it's time now to either release that or go back and do some work around it. See if there was something that you didn't admit to yourself or something that they didn't admit to you. And if that person is still around and tries to come around, maybe it's something that you can rekindle, And that is one of those things that you may want to look into, okay? And that is all I have for you. Those of you born on Aries, April the 9th, have a beautiful birthday. Take care. Okay. Happy birthday, Aries. Those of you that were born on April the 10th, I want to tell you happy birthday. I hope you had a beautiful birthday. And we're going to go ahead and get right on into your reading. And let's get started. Alrighty. Conscious collective singers, and let's get to it. They love when I do these. They love it. And I love it too. I just get behind. All right, let's go ahead and get to it. What do we have? Oh, this is a beautiful card. What do we have here? We seem to have the Rose Garden. She's beautiful. The Rose Garden. Innocence, forgiveness. Be gentle with yourself. Have you been a little hard on yourself? Have you been in a space where you feel like, dang, I'm not doing enough, or dang, I should be better than this, or dang, I can't do nothing right? If those are spaces that you've been in, forgive yourself. It is part of your journey to fuck up sometimes, or some of y'all all the time, and then get it right, then fuck up, then get it right, then back on track. It's like back and forth on the wagon. It's part of the journey that you chose. It makes you an amazing human being as you begin to graduate this earthing situation, okay? So, if that is you, look, is that not a beautiful? Just look at that. Just look at it. All that awaits for you once you start to self-love. Give yourself some self-love, okay? When it says innocence, sometimes we don't know that we're being hard on ourselves and that we actually need to lighten up, okay? And if that's the case, then we'll do that, okay? That means that we'll start to self-love when you've had all that you can take. And you feel like, you know what, this is it. I'm at the end of my way. That one just want to come and gone. Let that one come right on out. They wouldn't even let me put it back in. All right. What do they have for you? Let's see. Oh, that's a beautiful card. That is a beautiful card. Look at that. Surrender to the sweetness. Venus energy, pleasure, joy. Make love to life. Not only just to a woman or to a man, Make love to yourself. Make love to life. I love this shit. You know what? I'm a single person. I'm going to go out here and I'm going to just learn some new things and do some new shit, right? I'm going to love on me for a change. If you don't already do that, right? It's important for us to love upon ourselves. So all that giving that you do, they're just saying, hey, it's time for you to love upon yourself. Allow you to enjoy the fruits of your labor. Maybe you work 2 jobs and it's very tiring and you're like, oh God, will I ever get some time for me? Yes, when you choose to do so. And they're telling you right now to give some time to self. Be in that Venus sultry, sexy space and love. And look right there. See that guy peeping in sideways? Can y'all see? Oh, let me show it up close. Look at that guy. You see her peeping in sideways? It's like her hair is here and her eyes are here. Can y'all see that? Kind of peeping in sideways. All right. Come on through, guys. So, those of you that's not doing a lot of self-care, get your nails done. Do them yourself or go to someone. Get your toes done. Do them yourself or go to someone. Go buy you something new. You hadn't had anything in a while. Maybe just buy for you and the kids and the hubby or the boyfriend or whatever. Or busy taking care of not men, but others outside of yourself, it's time for you now, they're saying. All right, put everybody else on hold, put them on the back burner, and take care of you. This is very important because you've been thinking, damn, I don't do shit for me. I'm constantly doing something for my kids, doing something for my parents. Now it's you. Take a little short vacation, okay? Take a mini vacation. What does that mean? A couple of days, right? You go there, you relax, get you a nice hotel room, and you work hard. So you're giving all your money to others. Why not give some to you? You're the one that's working, okay? Take care of yourself, boo. All right, this is male and female, actually. Protection, nothing is ever just female. Now, I read for both, and the energies are talking about both. Protection, keep some aquamarine close. Mermaid tears have been known to create these precious gems. All right, find you some aquamarine. Look, you think I'm on, okay, come on, hooked on phonics. Aquamarine. Find you some of that and keep some of that around the house. Put you some in your car, right? They're saying this, they've been known for mermaids to make this. Okay, so I'm not going, that's not neither here or there. We're just going to see if we can find that precious stone and put you some around the house, okay? Now, let's go ahead on and get into it. The next, those of you born on the 9th, give me just a second. Okay. All right, now, excuse me. Okay, sorry about that, y'all. So those of you that were resonating with the color that were born on April the 10th, I don't know why I said the 9th, the 10th. Let's go ahead and get into that. Now, here we go. Your color is vermilion orange. That's a beautiful color, actually. Vermilion orange. You're childlike, relentless, and unusual. If you were born on this day, welcome the addition to any group of people or social gathering. That's what you are. You're welcoming to that, okay? People love to have you around. Perceptive and smart, you have an interesting blend of childlike wonder and intellectual prowess. You are a collector of the inspiring ideas and are able to communicate information that can help light the way for others. How does this color benefit you? Okay. Your personal color helps you to clear your head of worry and needless bits of information, like this inner chatter, guys. Wearing, meditating on, or surrounding yourself with vermilion orange reminds you to take time for yourself and breathe before you go back out into the world to share your ideas and vision. You may be compatible with those born on the dates of January the 27th, February the 26th, or August the 4th. And if that is you, by all means, have something that like of those colors around you, or even wearing those colors will help you to illuminate that energy, okay? Let's go ahead and see what say your team about the flower that you may resonate with, okay? There we go. What on is it right there? What we got? The belladonna. All right, belladonna. The belladonna. It looks like a winter perennial, and I just say that because of the colors. The belladonna, silence. You're one of those that creep around in the back, and I use creep very lightly. You know, you're stealthy, and you're one of those people that kind of sit back and watch. And actually, some of you, you walk light. Like you walk, people don't hear you walking up on them like, what the fuck, damn. So, if you resonate with the belladonna, then maybe you should try to find you some. See what it smells like. Maybe even find them in a fake flower that you can put in a flower arrangement and have it around you. So, silence is something that you may resonate with. I mean, you know how to hold a secret and keep your mouth closed. You ain't telling none of your business. And also, it has to do with you, like your quiet time and being alone, right? Doesn't mean that you can't be around people, family, significant others, but you do like your time alone. All right, now if that resonates with you all, those of you born on April the 10th, I want to say happy birthday. I hope you did something fun. Move forward and pay attention to these things as they come up over the next few months. If those things resonate with you, by all means, take the action that is needed. Have a beautiful day. Take care.